good. So I've got nothing clever to say about that. It's just funny. That's it.
What's up, YouTube?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's good.
What's up, YouTube? So, it's been an interesting week, I would say. Liz Truss is ahead in the hustings. Looks like she's going to be the next Prime Minister, which makes me very happy because she really is a useless twat. And I think the Conservatives have very little chance of getting anywhere in the future with Liz Truss. She makes Theresa May look like Boris Johnson. It doesn't. I'm not sure how that works. Good. I'm feeling a bit listless, bit feckless, bit fistless. No, it can't be right. Today, I was just watching on the buses. And it always puts me in a strange, speculative sort of frame of mind. Makes me think about my existence and the way that nothing we do, everything we do is futile, and nothing we do has any real point to it. So that's good. So let's watch Frankie Boyle. Part 3, I think this is. Enjoy. It's good. It's funny. It's enjoyable, and it's nice. And it's quite literally Frankie bloody Boyle. So let's dive into this, shall we?
You were fucking blowing your nose really loudly during that joke. Do you know that? You wanted a wee bit of attention. Hey, not like someone tried to set an episode of The Undateables in the werewolf community. Hey, man, what are you? A straight guy that likes the gay look? A gay guy that likes the straight look, like myself? Yeah. You look like you've collected more rings than Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. When you finally suck a cock, all it's going to taste of is relief. I haven't really done gigs in Scotland since the referendum, so all I know is that 55% of you are probably cunts. To be honest, that was always the average with my crowds anyway, so... It was old people that swung the referendum, wasn't it? Do you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of when you used to see an old Scottish couple on a quiz show, and you get behind them and you go, come on, be brilliant. Because they were Scottish and they're always daft as fuck. Question number 1. Do you think that you can sell oil for money? Do you think we could, Alec? Do you think we could sell the oil for money? Do you think someone would pay us money? Money for the oil? We don't think so, no. You fucking stupid old bastards. Now we've got austerity. It's pretty bad as well. Things are so bad in Glasgow that mothers have started dressing their children up as referees in the hope that people throw coins at them in the street. And everybody's looking for someone to blame, aren't they? Is it immigrants? Is it people on benefits? It was the fucking banks! They showed you them doing it on the fucking news! Am I the only person that remembers that? Am I going fucking crazy? Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of watching Columbo with my granny when I was wee. Columbo! They'd show you the murder in the pre-credit sequence. It wasn't a whodunit. It was about Columbo proving that the guy did it. And then halfway through, my granny'd always go, I think it was her.
Columbo.
Oh, it was fucking him! They showed you him doing it with a fucking paperweight. It's exactly the same thing, what austerity. I think it's those Polish cunts round the corner. It was the fucking banks! The fucking And the political class project onto you. They're all stealing, they're all scrounging, they're fiddling. Because they fucking steal from you! They fucking fiddle from you! Your idea of decadence is probably bath bombs or something, right? Do you know what psychological projection is? So, like, white Americans have a stereotype of black people as being criminals. And he's like, no, you stole them! You stole them from Africa! We need to think more about the psychology of politicians. Vladimir Putin is probably a homophobe because he's had to go through life with the name of a gay porn star. The Conservatives are very down on families that haven't worked for 3 generations because they know that if they make it to 5 generations, they qualify as aristocracy. Cameron did a very clever thing in the election, actually. He insisted on having the TV debate with 7 leaders because he feels more powerful in a room with 7 people, as he knows that statistically, one of them will have been raped by a Conservative MP. Watch Cameron in Parliament. This is true. Never uses the word children. He always goes, young people, problems for young people.
Columbo.
Because he knows that if he says the word children, his whole backbench will come on his neck. I thought it was very sad to read about the death of Robin Williams last year. I can't be the only person. You enjoyed the death of Robin Williams? Well, actually I did. Enjoyed his early work, but to be honest, Patch Adams quite amused me that the guy who did Patch Adams actually committed suicide. That was a certain amount of irony involved there. And you'd be churlish to deny it, Frankie. I read about the death of Robin Williams and I thought, why can't James Corden get depressed? I did that in London. A guy get really fucking angry. He went, my wife is depressed. Turns out the correct response to that heckle is not, no fucking wonder. He said, this is all true, he went, the irony is, depression's a very serious illness. I said, you don't seem to understand what irony means. The irony here is that you're making me feel depressed. And he walked out. And as he walked out, I went, suicide can never be funny. I said, well, kill yourself and see if I laugh. Why is it always comedy that brings out the worst in everybody? People don't go along to Hamlet and shout, my husband feels melancholy. It's not always a happy talent being reflexively horrible to people, but it's the one I've got. I was in London a few months back, and a wee guy came up to me with a clipboard and he went, for just £20 a month, you could become a friend of St Paul's Cathedral. And I went, how much to fuck it then? That was actually the day of the Charlie Hebdo massacre. I was on the train down to London, and there's a guy sat across me with his laptop reading about the massacre as it happens. And he went into a long, I think racist rant about how Christians never get involved in terrorism. And he was from fucking Belfast. I thought it was good David Cameron went over to show his solidarity with Charlie Hebdo. He couldn't feel less solidarity with what they stood for, could he? He should have shown genuine solidarity by telling a really offensive joke at the memorial. Just throwing the wreath to one side and going, I'd just like to say that I like my women like I like my whiskey, 12 years old and in a barrel. I'm joking, of course, 18 and full of coke. People always lie at memorials, eh? My thoughts are with the family. Your thoughts are never in one place. Be honest about it. My thoughts are with the family and also wondering if I can fit a folded up flip-flop into my mouth. There is a place for offensive comedy. Comedy's just a thing we came up with, because most of the time we all think in the same little tram lines, and comedy's just a licence we gave to some people to say, go and see what's over there. And offensive comedy's just a wee bit further over there. We don't go over there to horrify you either. Just go over there because we think it might be really funny or interesting. Could be important. I'll give you an example. Look at something we'd all feel the same about. Something we all think is a good thing, like cancer research. Someone will come up to you and go, I'm running a marathon. My friend died from cancer. It's what he would have wanted. You sure? I think he'd rather be alive. Don't actually say that to let's actually go further out. Let's pick something we couldn't possibly disagree on. What about that wee guy that raised all the money for cancer research? He had cancer himself, raised millions of pounds, so we all think the same. We all think that's heroic. Let's try and look at it another way. Cancer research gets done on animals. That wee guy was the fucking rabbit Hitler. We've been doing cancer research for decades. We've spent hundreds of millions of pounds. Maybe we should stop. Maybe we should stop and use the money to build a giant water slide park for people with cancer. A giant water slide park the size of a fucking city, and you only get in if you've got cancer. And on diagnosis day, the doctor will say, well, I've got good news and bad news.
Okay. I know he was going to say something else, but who fucking cares? Right, because I'll probably do a part 4 anyway. Now I seem to be very near the top of the screen now. That's better. That's better. Right, good. So I've got nothing clever to say about that. It's just funny. That's it. I know I should be adding some sort of value to this rather than just laughing and occasionally going Columbo, but I just can't be bothered this morning. I think it's watching on the buses. It's just brought me down. It's just, you know, yeah, you know, I get you back, I hate you back, you fucking arsehole, I'll fucking kill you back. Nobody go nowhere.